Hey everybody, so I just built the perfect portfolio for 2026 and I want to share it with you. Again, I'm going to put a lot of money into this portfolio, huge amount of money. And again, let's go through every single stock, every investment, every crypto, what I'm doing, and why I think I can 50% to 100% my money in this portfolio. I'm talking about double. And I usually do this every single year. And we've got done last portfolio 68%. The crypto portfolio 86%. So again, let's go over it and you can track it on your own inside of OxRank as well, or you can just watch my video. So let's get right into it. Again, here's the portfolio and here's the breakdown of it. 35% tech, financial is 20%. Then we got healthcare, 15% in healthcare. We have consumer, and that is at 11%. With energy, 10%, and the dry powder, we're leaving it somewhere around 9 to 10%. So let's break down what's in here. We have Nvidia at 10%, Meta, which is Facebook, at 7%. We have Amazon at 6%. We have AVGo at another 6%, Palantir at 4%, and then we have Microsoft at 2%. Stay tuned. I want to explain exactly why all these percentages matter and why this portfolio is tailored like this. But again, as you can see, I am not heavily concentrated into anything. And this is the key to a successful portfolio that always makes you money. Let's go to the financial side. That is 20%. Now we have JP Morgan Chase Bank, that is 6% of the portfolio. MA MasterCard, that is 5%. GS Goldman Sachs is 5%. And then FICO at 4%, especially after it's now down so much that it would take 150% run to get back to all-time highs from just a year and a half ago. Let's get into healthcare. One I'm not added yet, but I am considering is UNH, United Healthcare, at around 1 or 2%. But I do plan on adding LLY at 8% and XBI, which is an ETF. And again, ETFs are just like mutual funds, except you can day trade with them if you like. Then we have consumer discretionary. That is BKNG, Booking Holdings, and Tesla. And we're going to talk about why these are in here and why this makes sense for Tesla. Then energy is XOM, and then we have VLO. And again, that dry powder of 9%. So we're going to go very, very quickly through these, and I'm going to kind of explain every one of them, and then we're going to get into how you can set up your own perfect portfolio. Make sure you smash the like button on this video if you like videos like this, and also leave a comment down below. Again, the next video is going to be the crypto portfolio, so make sure you are subscribed. All right, let's get into Nvidia real quickly, and we'll go through all of the tech stocks. Again, Nvidia is the central infrastructure layer of Blackwell GPU, which demand is exploding for, and they just can't make enough chips. So again, they're not even close to the top. The data center revenue is compounding, growing, and they just really can't keep up with that either. We also have the CUDA, which has no real competitor that exists anywhere on earth. That is a big deal, just like, for example, ASML. There are some companies that just don't have competition, and they are true monopolies. Let's get into Meta, which is Facebook. This is the monopoly of the entire world, Earth, when it comes to advertising. Again, the ad machine and the open source AI via Llama is basically unmatched. And again, Mark Zuckerberg is executing at a level that nobody has ever predicted. And again, he's just doing what he's always done. The duopoly of advertising position is just impossible to disrupt, at least over the next 5 to 10 years, maybe ever. Amazon. Again, this is the three engines that can go, and they do go. We have the AWS, which is reaccelerating and growing faster and faster. We have the market that keeps undervaluing AWS. And again, we have all of the retail side that is just expanding and exploding and going global. And it's very, very much undervalued right now, just like Meta. Let's get into the next one, which is AVGo. That's Broadcom. Again, they're AI chips for Google and Meta and networking. And all the data centers, there's really no competition. All of these companies go to them, including Nvidia. That says a lot on its own. Let's get into Palantir. The government AI contracts are expanding, and they're putting more and more money into them. So we really have not reached the top side for Palantir, and we don't even know when that is. And when government money gets involved, you know that this company is probably heading to $300. Microsoft is now undervalued because of that massive sell-off. But again, I'm not putting that much into it because I don't think I'm going to make 100% on it over the next 12 months. But I feel safe with maybe 2% or 3% into it. Let's switch over into financials right here, 20%. Again, the very first one is JP Morgan Chase Bank, which is the best run bank in the entire world. When it comes to financials, you want a monopoly, you want the best run bank that exists. Again, even if credit hits, JP Morgan always survives and gains shares from it. When banks collapses, what happens when a bank collapses? JP Morgan bails it out and buys it and then owns it and everything and all the assets under that bank's management. MasterCard is a duopoly tool both on global payments across the entire world, and they're growing as well. And really, essentially, it's a software business that just keeps scaling more and more and more. Next one is Goldman Sachs, investment banking, leverage, and asset management growth, high beta to deal with. And again, it's just expanding globally as well. So we got one that's really beaten, battered, and bruised. That is FICO. It's a government-enforced monopoly on credit scoring. Every mortgage, auto loan, and credit company requires FICO scores. Pricing power is extraordinary, and I don't think they're going to be disrupted by AI. I don't think long-term Equifax is also going to somehow magically bankrupt them. This is just one where one of the largest investors in the world has like 30% of it in his portfolio. Literally 30% plus of the portfolio is FICO. So when you see the greatest investors on earth holding FICO, you really should understand how powerful this is in your portfolio. So let's switch over to we're gonna switch over to healthcare. We have Eli, and again, this is the GLP-1 dominance with Mounjaro and Zepbound. The obesity and diabetes drug market is worth hundreds of billions of dollars. And let's just be honest about this. Americans are getting fatter. In fact, all people across the globe are just getting fatter. It is what it is. And absolutely, they're going to benefit from it. The next one is XBI, which is a spider biotech ETF. And you need to add an ETF when it comes to healthcare. Another one that's not here is United Healthcare, which I'm considering adding. Let's switch over to consumer discretionary. We have Bookie Holdings, again, which has been beaten, battered, and bruised because of the Iran war. I'm taking advantage of that. And the next one is Tesla. It trades on sentiment and optionality. Again, FSD, Robotaxi, Optimus, Optimus Robot, with high volatility in both directions. And again, this is not just an EV thesis. It's, again, expanding. And again, whatever your bet is, I do believe Tesla is a very, very good one to have in here. Again, I'm not betting my life on it. It's 5%. I will do just fine. If Tesla goes to zero and doesn't exist tomorrow, 5% impact on my portfolio is nothing. So the portfolio has safety built into it. And that's the way you should be. Energy, which is ExxonMobil, again, the tech and energy, they rotate. So when tech crashes, energy, skyrockets. So XOM, again, which is ExxonMobil, is up 52% in the last 3 or 4 months. So this is how you do it. When tech is running up, then energy sells off and you buy energy. Now when energy is skyrocketing, you're going to start selling that off and putting into the ones that get beaten, battered, and bruised, like NVIDIA and Meta right now. So this is how you create a portfolio that's always making you money. And then we also have Valero Energy, which is VLO. And again, if you know anything about it, it's a refiner, not an explorer. Makes money on the spread between crude and refined products. And this is another one that's going to obviously do very well. They're close to 60% in the last 4 or 5 months. So very, very great portfolio. We have 9 to 10% in dry powder here. Again, make sure to leave a comment down below on what stocks or cryptos you own and what's going to happen over the next few months with the markets. Don't forget to smash that like button. And again, if you're subscribed, you will get that notification when the video for the crypto comes out. And again, I'm not joking around this portfolio. If you want to be a part of this, make sure you go to OxRank.com. It's a crypto and stock market analyzer tool. It's the true multi-command center. You can track all of your investments. You can check out the fear and greed index, the Buffett indicator, the ox meter of which asset to buy. Again, you can check out all of your portfolios here. You'll have your watch list. You can go to earnings calendar and just make sure you're kind of keeping up with what's going on, because yes, earnings affect everything, especially the crypto markets as well. You can check out the top 100 crypto. The macro dashboard also teaches you on what all of this means. So for example, you're like, oh man, what does T10Y2Y mean? If you click over here and expand it, it tells you the 10-year minus the 2-year yield spread. It matters because it's one of the best recession indicators. So once you understand what's happening in the macro dashboard here, you can understand what to buy, what to sell, and when to sell it. It's very important to know what's a good deal, but it's even more important to know when to sell out of it, right? You should, if you knew to sell out of Bitcoin at 128 or 130, you would have, kept all those profits. Again, over here, you have the heat map as well. You have the discount cash flow calculator. And there's videos in here once you enter OxRank that will teach you all this, but you should never purchase a stock in your life unless you go into something like the DCF calculator. You input all of the numbers, you understand if this even makes sense to purchase. And we have tools to figure out that for crypto as well. You have courses over here, daily news. If you go to OxPix, you can actually follow in real time my live buy and sell alerts, all of my entries, what I bought, what I've sold. You can follow the 10K to 100K portfolio here. You can follow the 50K, 100K, or the $1 million portfolio. And again, the second I buy or sell, you will see all of those updates. So again, you would just click on OxPix. You click on more info if you want to follow the 10K to 100K portfolio, and it will show you the entire full portfolio. And again, let me just show you, I'm not messing around. Here's Meta Platforms. Let it refresh here. And again, you can see I bought 100, right now I bought $140,000 of it, and I only have about 115K of market value because it's down $23,000. But again, I bought 1.6 M that I might throw into it if I want to. I have no problem doing it because I think it's one of the best deals out there right now. I'm going to continue to buy Meta Platforms. So lots of money in these investments, and I'm not just showing a portfolio. I'm actually going to build it with you in real time, and you will see me put massive amounts of money into what I believe is going to double my net worth. Again, make sure you're subscribed for more content like this, and again, smash that like button. Thank you for watching it. Take care. If you want to see my next market breakdown, watch this video